Welcome to LCTV Channel 66. I'm Ethan, here with Dejon Manning.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Good.
What brings you to your best in education?
I have to say first track, and before track is my siblings, because I have younger siblings and I want to be the leader that they could look up to and follow. If they're not already a leader like I want them to be, at least follow my footsteps and show them the way.
Cool, because that takes a lot of courage to be the older sibling, also set the bar high in your accomplishments. So let's start with education. You're in the IB program.
Yes.
Like, how does that benefit you?
Well, there is 2 GPAs on your report card. There's the weighted and the non-weighted, and all your IB classes go to the weighted, and it's usually higher than your non-weighted, because it's like if you get an A, that's I think more than 4 points. I think B is actually 4 points, and C, and so on and so on. But if you get your IB diploma and get those credits for IB, that already gives you credits for college.
So that's a way to save money.
Yeah.
That's very beneficial in the long run. It also sets the bar high for anyone who wants to get in the IB program. And speaking of track, you're on the Lancaster City track team, varsity indoor and outdoor track team. You're on 3 different track teams all year round. What influenced you to get started with track in the first place?
That's a long story, but I'm gonna shorten it. This 8th grade year, I played football, and it didn't go so well. I broke my wrist. It was a very gruesome break, and that lasted through the rest of football season to the rest of basketball season, which I really wanted to join. And then by the time I healed, I didn't know what else to do. So my coach just told me, join track and field. And I went to Lincoln. So he was the throwers coach for the freshman team. So that's how I had got connections with the track team.
And as a freshman, you were on both varsity indoor track team and outdoor. Like, did you feel like a challenge or high expectations?
Yeah, because I would never forget the first thing Jenny said to me was, if we can't get you good in hurdles, varsity might not be the sport for you, because there was I had competitors like Jamel, Leo, and other people from schools like Theo, Taraje already. So I had to get ready real quick before I even knew it.
And then eventually, mastering the hurdles. And then now you're doing the 100, 200, helping out with the relays. Like, how are you able to, you continue to, get first place finishes. Like, last year was the breakout year, and your relay team broke a record here, not only in the high school stadium, but also the leagues last year. How did that accomplishment ever feel, man?
Oh, I didn't think, last year, winter, we didn't have a 4x4 team. It was all about the 4x2. We always thought ahead and go we're going to be great in the 4x1. The 4x1 came, and we wasn't, there were so many things we had to improve and things that went wrong. So we put our minds to the 4x4. And when we first heard that we broke the Black Knight Invitational records, we wanted it more. So we went, I think the last race at home, senior night, we broke the stadium record. We knew we wasn't going to stop there. We broke the league record, and then we went and got the school record. And all that, it didn't feel real. It was just happened too fast.
And then that same team also competed at the Penn Relays, competing against the best in the United States. Like, did you feel pressure, or did you feel welcome to the challenge?
It's a little bit of both, because, we're McCaskey, and I like to believe that we're the best in the state. But then again, there's people I don't know where they come from. I know there's Jamaicans that come there. There's people from all around the world, and I see them before we race, I see them run their other events, and that's very pressuring. And to do good in a big stadium like that where everybody's watching, and you don't even know who's watching. There could be, I know Justin Gatlin went last year. I didn't even know he was watching. So that's pressuring.
It's, in a high school stadium, it's normally a few hundred, but in the Penn Relay Stadium, it's thousands of people. Top to bottom, round to round, and that doesn't even include the people on the open football field.
And then the officials, they're trying to get the meet organized, so they're yelling one way, yelling the other way. It's a lot of going on.
Yes. But outside of track, you also got dance moves for the Arch Stadium. Like, I didn't know you could get down like that, man. Like, you guys are doing your rendition of you can help me out here.
New Edition.
Yes. You guys had the moves down tight. You guys were practicing and mastering the moves, and then you did your little solo and took over.
Yeah, it actually started at a track meet. Me and Jamel Henry, I was listening to the radio and the song Candy Girl came on, and we just started dancing. We both was doing the same moves without even practicing it, and we all just thought, hey, we're just as good as them, just not the singing part, so let's lip sing it. And so we made a group with Abe, Isaiah Speller, and Ajani, and we took it serious. Every practice, we practiced in the music hall. We practiced down to the point where we knew it without the music. We just knew the steps. When the music on, we could talk while dancing because we knew everything, and it was just fun to do.
But outside of dancing and being on that stage, you also get support from Derek Jennings, who's really pushed you the last 3 years. He pushed you not only in a varsity indoor and outdoor track team, but also the Lancaster City Track Club. Like, how does it feel to be pushed by him?
I'm gonna tell you, Jennings, if you want a coach that's like good, like that's knows what he's doing and loves the sport, that's Jennings, because he's track in and out. If we're not on the track running, he's studying what we could do better. He's like, he makes videos, for example, of our 4x1, and he's going down to the bone. He finds out where our staff's at. He finds out where we need to put our hands. He even watches other videos. He goes to seminars with, like, I forget the famous track star. I forget who he went to, but he had a seminar, I think, in Vegas. He went all the way down there to go learn new stuff about coaching. And then he puts it at track meets. If he's yelling, you know what you gotta do. He makes sure you know what you gotta do. Even if you're on the track, you'll hear him from across the track.
And of course, you get plenty of support from your family. Like, how does that help you out?
I know we only have like so much transportation, so if they can make it to the meet, they will be there. And I could feel the support, because every time I go home, they're just like a coach too. They're coaching me like, oh, you gotta do this better with your hurdles. You gotta learn how to push it more. And they're actually like getting engaged with the sport as much as I am.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time, Dejon.
Thank you for having me.